Alright folks, we're back. If you've noticed, there's something a little different about our hummingbird here. His wings are gone. Once again, with the drawing, I knew the wings were going to be peeled back like this. But I thought when it came out on the wood that it would be able to translate really well into 3D. But after looking at it, just the angles, it's going to be like this. So even if I hollowed it out, it's still just going to look a little odd. Like both his wings are just straight back. And they really need to be rotated out like this a little bit more. So unfortunately, went ahead and hacked off the wings. But that's something we can take care of and actually make better now once we finish. I'm just hoping these little rough edges where we outline the wings aren't going to hinder us too bad. But it's just something, sometimes it looks like it's going to work, and when you get into the wood carving you realize no, it's not going to work. Sometimes it's trial by error. But we're going to go ahead and start shaping the body some. Hummingbird's really small, and as you can tell this is really bulbous. So we're just going to try and shrink it down a little bit. Put our hummingbird on a diet. If you notice band-aids on my fingers, that is not from getting cut. That is a home remedy to getting rid of poison ivy. If you can withstand a little bit of a pain, the easiest way to get rid of poison ivy is wherever you have it, get you a really rough washcloth, get it really sopping wet with some rubbing alcohol, about 80%, and scrub wherever your poison ivy is till it's pretty much red, till it's almost bleeding. And then what you do is you get you some salt, and then you just kind of dump the salt on where you just scrubbed, and then you either hold it on there with your hand, band-aid, whatever, hold it on there essentially till it quits burning, because it's going to burn something fierce. And once it quits burning, wipe the salt off, put a little Neosporin on it, cover it up for about a day, and you're good to go after that. So you can withstand a little burning. That is the fastest and easiest way to get rid of poison ivy. No more itching. But it hurts like the dickens, so don't recommend it for small children. Hopefully there's no parents out there that would even try that on small children, but you never know. Heck, I remember when I was a kid, used to find somebody at a pool and you'd take the big chlorine tablets. Other people use bleach, you know, all kinds of craziness. Never use calamine lotion. That crap doesn't work worth a darn. But if you can notice, when we're carving, or when I'm carving rather, to try and get a rounded shape, when you hit an edge, you want to twist your fingers as you're doing it, and you start carving a rounded angle instead of just a straight angle. It's real slight, subtle movement, but it makes all the difference in the world when you're trying to make something round. Yep. Hopefully somebody can learn from my mistake. I've noticed, for whatever reason, a lot of people who are doing these hummingbirds, because there's a few others who've done some hummingbird carvings. They don't document it very well. But they did it just the body. They didn't have wings on it. And I was going to try and leave those wings on, because I thought I could make them work. But in the end, it just wouldn't work that way. But now we can try and do the wings and make them even cooler. attempt to get them as thin as humanly possible. That way they're realistic. I don't know if you've ever seen a hummingbird in person, but those wings go so fast you can barely even see them. And that's where they get their name from, is the sound they make. I don't know how many times this year I've almost swatted one as it buzzed past my face thinking it was a big old bee. Let's see how that's looking. That's still pretty big. Might have to make some guidelines or something on there. That way we know what we're trying to go up against. The tail can stay kind of big for now. The head we might want to start working on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think for a second. Yeah, I think we might want to shrink the head a little, and then we can move on to the body. So yeah, let's try that. And if you notice, I don't know if you watched my last video, but see right here how we've just shaved that up like that and left it. We didn't cut all the way through. Well, that one broke off. I've been practicing a little bit trying to get a real feather texture. If you can do that right without it breaking, it gives a really cool feathered look. I'm gonna try and figure out a carving I might be able to try that on. Sorry about the sniffles, guys. I know it's probably driving some people nuts. It drives me nuts, and I'm the one doing it. Like I said, the allergies here are terrible. But we have this eclipse coming up everybody keeps talking about. Some people are... I live in Louisville, so I live in the city part of Kentucky. Some people are driving down to see it. I mean, I think it's pretty neat and all, but I'm not about to get in a cluster. Gotta watch my words for a minute there. I'm not going to get in a big mass of people just to see the moon go across the sun for a little bit. I'll see it just fine from my backyard. But I would recommend anybody with kids showing it to them. Now once again, I'm going to try and stay in our time limit, but I'm going to try and document as much as I can, or at least as much as the important steps. Like this here, I just wanted to show y'all as it's taking form, and also so y'all can learn from my mistakes about the template not corresponding correctly to a three-dimensional object. That's something to keep in mind when you do a carving. I'm certainly not going to let it happen again just because it's not worth potentially ruining the carving thinking something's going to work or trying to make it work, which is initially what I was going to do. I realized the angle of the wing could be problematic, but I thought I could make it work, and just for aesthetic purposes it needed to come off and be done a better way. Alright, but we're working on it a little bit. I'm going to continue working on it. I'm not going to bore you guys with it or do any time-lapse stuff. We're going to shave it down a little better, and then we'll be back with the next clip.